Dokie. Welcome everyone to round 2 of the RRL Saturday League. I am joined by no one else, it's just me, the Penske, commentating by himself. And yeah, that's all. That's all we've got. Here we are at the, as I said before, the Bahrain Grand Prix, round 2 of RRL Saturday. And yeah. Well, what can we say about last week? It was pretty much sort of a calm race last week. It's just, I'm trying to think right now. I've really got that good memory. And, yeah. Already off to a great start. We are Death Row here, it's in the pit lane. Also, the reserve of the big Chungus 99, he's back in the pink Racing Point, subbing in for myself as I am obviously doing the commentary. We've also got the return of Prez BC, he has returned to the league racing scenes. We also got Fry, last week's commentator, and the AlphaTauri, I should say. Also got the debut of Oz Former, who's still in the pit lane, and the other debut in the Haas of Amira. I think that's how you pronounce it. Correct me if I am wrong. Yo, Death Row here, in the number 38 Renault. Obviously, the latest update now has our actual numbers that we've chosen for grid modes and stuff in online. Right, if we go to a New Zealand Rhino over here. That is not an onboard camera. No, well, he would have the 97 number, obviously. So here we are on the Renault of Death Row, starting his lap right now. And, yeah, I should have got notes. Championship standings. If I can actually find them. Oh, we don't have standings for the moment, I'm afraid. I am completely prepared for this. And Death Row's already invalidated a lap, so now switch to a Chungus mobile who went wide out of turn 4. See the pink Michael Schumacher in the Racing Point. Go on board with him. Down to turns 9 and 10. A little bit deep there. Yeah, I didn't mean to click that. Chungus, he obviously was a late call up from the race tonight. With Death Row's invalidated lap here with the first guy to set a lap time. It is out of the final corner, and the 75 Racing Point will come up to the line. It's at the first time, very slowly. Across the line to a limit of 30.3. Look at the Who's that last corner? The other racing point of AOR. Charlie! Here comes on the medium tyres, we were 27.9. One of the Alpha Toys is about to cross the line. Safrai is at 29.8. One of the Mercedes coming across the line, it is Burke with a woman at 32.0. Just put that tyre. What the tyres was he on? It was on the softs. And Ryan will go at 28.0. And Matt goes to the top of 27.7, also on the soft tyres. This is coming out of the front straight. The edge person is 29.7. Versus on a lap. Let's go watch Death Pro again. He's on a lap this time. He hasn't invalidated. Locks up a little bit. And now down the straight. Bahrain, a very technical track. Not very forgiving if you make a mistake. As I was forming, they goes to the top of 127.0 on the medium tyres. Now Def will actually come into the pit lane here. Not finish his lap. Who else do we have on track right now? Let's watch a zombie, number 13 Red Bull driver. Goes up the hill. Make sure you don't want to hit that apex, otherwise you'll go spinning spin. It's an alright exit. Trying to go as straight as you possibly can. Now exits the final corner. And he will also abandon his lap and come to the pit lane. Now we're going to on board with Jared. He was just got a little bit of that curb there and got himself a bit loose. He's also on an invalidated lap. Who else do we have? Just broken reptile here. On the soft tyres, he is over the hill, the number 2 Renault driver. Nuts. Yellow flag, or that might have been... Yeah, I just was slowing down. And now only half the field has set that time. Also like to note that is that laggy... no, it's... no, not is that laggy. That's laggy person. I am so sorry I just said that. But that laggy person had to do an Xbox update, so he'll join hopefully before qualifying ends. So there'll be 16 drivers racing tonight. So comes Broken Reptile up to the line. He will go straight to the top of 126.4 on softs. So that is time to beat. And here is one of our new debuts tonight. Amira. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. In the number 2 Haas car. Down the straight. To the final corner. Nails that apex. Going up to the line. Where will this put him? In P3 at 127.1. Jag was on a lap as well. Or is he going to bend back to the pits? Nope, he's continuing the lap. We are 1 minute 29.9. So here we go, got Prez BC here. About to start his lap. It was Charlie right behind him as well, about to start his lap as well. Trying to see. That no Death Bros in the pit lanes. The other Renault are Broken Reptile on the pole position right at the moment. Yeah, I'll try and get results for last week back up. Not having much luck. You also don't want to hit that curb right there. If you hit that curb, you'll have a very high chance of spinning into the outside wall. And obviously, we've all done that once before. There he is down the straight. And that's actually not Charlie behind, that's the big Chungus behind him. It's also on an invalidated lap. Yeah, finally got the result. Back up here, but watch press BC here at the end of the lap. Here's number 9, and he'll dive into the pit lane actually. So, oh, that was a bit of a race to time right there. It's Charlie is on our lap though actually, the teammate. Scored 1 point for a racing point in Australia last week. Obviously New Zealand Ryan took the win with Death Row and Berserk behind him. Got Jared in 4th and Zombie in 5th in the championship as well. Obviously it's still early days, still 21 races left to go. This championship wide open. But here comes Charlie up to the line. One of the Red Bulls spun at the start of the 3rd sector, and Charlie will go to a top of a 26.3. We'll just see who that Red Bull has spun. It is Edge. You have to see his other teammate Zombie finishing the lap right here. We go up to 5th with 27.3, just on the mediums. Who's that other Ferrari? Poms, he's on an out lap actually. See who's on the lap. I think Jared might be on the lap. Here he is here. The number 9 McLaren driver. He'll come up to the line. Lifts off actually coming to the line. 28.5 for DRC Jared. Let's have a look at Poms right here, the number 87 Ferrari driver. Clips the curves. Don't want to clip this curve though too much. Or locks up a little bit, going into the hairpin. Down the straight, coming in to the, so I'm getting my corners right now. There he goes now, and as that laggy person has joined, so we now have 16 cars. I think Laggy will be able to get so 1 lap in, just the 1 left, but at least he will make the start of the race. So Pom's heading into the final corner now. Looks up a little bit as well. Like a pretty decent lap, or maybe not a decent lap actually. Be a 29.0. Be a little bit faster than Edge. Who else is on our lap right now? See who that is. Last sector. It's Presby C. Who else is on the lap? Here we go. We've got Matt now on another lap. Down the straight, Oz Formula not that far behind him. That laggy person now on track now. I think he might be lucky if he can squeeze 2 laps in. I think it's just going to be only his lap. And now I've got the broken reptile fans out in the chat every single RR race. We got Matt now coming up to the line, and he'll actually come to the pit lane. The Oz Formula. He is going to the line on the medium tyres. There's a 26.69, so he doesn't improve. Or I think he actually might have just slightly improved. Got Poms here. Flag sector 1. That's just Oz Formula corner heading. I think Poms might be in. Yes, he is. We'll go to the laggy person right here. And it's Romain Grosjean number. So now we're on board with Laggy Person around the lap of the Bahrain circuit. No, we won't go on board Laggy for a lap around the Bahrain circuit. He'll dive straight into the pit lane. So, not many cars down on track, obviously all raiding for that last minute lap times. And yes, Charlie, I am streaming on this account, not the RRF account. So that would take effort to switch accounts. Obviously the effort that I do not have. We got one of the Renaults coming out. It's Broken Reptile on the medium tyres. Let's see. This is just a quiet portion of qualifying, waiting for everyone to start the lap. For everyone to get back on track and start the lap, I should say. And I was sort of just crawling back to the pits. He might be out of fuel actually. So as he comes back to the pits, it'll be his teammate Fry and Broken Reptile down on track. In fact, Pres3C's just come back out on track. So Pres3C, that laggy person, and I'm Defro have not set lap times yet. And they always do this each week, a predicted pole position. I think the big Chungus 99 might snatch pole position away this race. Definitely not Bison that he's in. He's just being reserved for me. Totally not. So now, for all you Broken Reptile fans, and hopefully he doesn't come into the pits this time, we got on board a lap with Broken Reptile around the Bahrain circuit. We'll just set this up. So, a lap around the Bahrain circuit with Broken Reptile. Reptile was backed out of the lap. Didn't validate, so I'm not sure he's backed out. He's going to go another run. But we'll go switch to Fries now for the last corner. On the medium tyres. Here he comes up to the line. Be a 27.6, not a bad lap from Fry. It's everyone else slowing down. I think Matt's trying to get a game here, but I don't think Matt's actually going to make it. Back to the pit, back to the line in time to start his lap. As Reptile's actually pulled in, so 26.4 will be his best time. Yeah, on the big Chungus 99. There's a bunch of yellow flags in the last sector. That's just everyone slowing down, ready to get a fast lap in. Pres3C in the pits as well, so he'll start from 14th, maybe last if Laggy and Def don't invalidate. And I was right about Matt, he will not make it in time. As Defro goes to the top with a 26.2. Completely missed that from Defro. We go back to the Chungus 99. And oh, he's around and into the fence. The big Chungus 99. We starting 14th, maybe 15th. And that's his qualifying done. He'll have to make a comeback during the race. We're now going to DRC Jared. As Fry finishes his lap, he'll be still in P8, but here comes Jared around the final corner, or into the last corner, I should say. He comes up to Ryan on the medium tyres. Will he beat Death Bros 26.2? No, it'll be a 26.5. See, I got Poms coming up to the line. He'll go 8th position. And Laggy, we're at a 3rd, only sitting 1 lap in. I think the Racing Point teammates trying to help each other out there. Big Chunger's getting slipstream to Charlie. There you go, got Amira up to the line, still being in P7. Zombie backs into the pit lane. I think Burke did the exact same thing. Just noticed that Ryan in 12th position. And that's a zombie in the pit wall. So that is qualifying. Death Bro on pole with Charlie in 2nd and Aggie Person only setting 1 lap in 3rd. Zombie goes up to the line. What a very interesting and wacky qualifying indeed. The 2 debuts are in 6th and 7th. Just waiting for the retirements. There we go. So you got Death Bro on mediums on pole position with Charlie just 0.02 off him on softs. You got Laggy, Reptile, DRC Jared, 2 debuts of Oz Formula and Amira. Zombie Hunter, Poms and Matt looking out the 10. Then you got Fry, the 2 Mercedes of Ryan and Burke. Edge, the big Chungus 99 and Presby C who did not set a lap time. So that is the grid for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Obviously a different selection of tyres with Charlie, Laggy, Reptile and Admira and Matt on the soft tyres. While Poms, Zombie, Ozformer, Jared and Def on the mediums. Who knows what everyone else out here will take tyres on. So yep, move on to the race. A dry race tonight for Bahrain. Not really shocked that it'll be a dry race. You know, you have 1% chance of wet races here. I'm just waiting for everyone to select their strategies. The mechanics in the Mercedes garage just watch on. You know, everyone got 30 seconds left. And that safety car down there, we might be seeing it more than once tonight. There we go. So the formation lap gets underway, the predicted pit stop strategy thing. Not sure if anyone's going to be following that strategy much. But yeah, there it is. So for race winner, I think for race winner, still going to have to go for it. I think Big Chungus, 99 from 15th position on the grid, who's on the hard tyres by the way. Take the win here tonight. We'll have a look at these tyre strategies. And as a surprise podium, I think the Laggy might take that surprise podium. But we'll have a look at tyre strategies. Fry and Pez PC on the mediums, while both Mercedes, Edge and the Big Chungus on hards. So definitely a mix of strategies here. See Def on the pole position. Followed by AOR Charlie! See, then it's a running joke for those who don't know. I'm in a 2010 Classics League around a Singapore racetrack. Getting all this sent up. So let us know in the chat who you think's gonna win this race. Could be any one of these drivers right here. Could be any of these drivers right here, not you. Yeah, somebody's being a bit cheeky back here. So line back up on the grid. Not just the crashing before they even get to the line. And yep, Haggy came disqualified heading to the grid. Who knows what can happen in this race? The line back up on the grid. Yes, mince pie, you are in heaven. The rest of the field now lines up on the grid. There we are. So what do you think can happen to the Bahrain Grand Prix? It's 5 red lights and we are underway! The Bahrain Grand Prix, Def gets a very good start, and Charlie got a pretty decent start. One of the Red Bull cars weaving into the turn 1. So we'll try and gingerly make their way through cleanly. Oh, a bit of curb hopping there. There's Ryan, he gets clipped by one of the Ferraris. And oh, I think that's Charlie around. Charlie's going backwards in the fence already. Bad start for Charlie. Gonna stay 4 wide into turn 4. Chugger's going through, that's to the pit stop strategy again. Now Ryan got hit by one of the Ferraris. Does he have damage on his car? Whoa, bombs goes wide. And Mira just came really, so she gets red Xing there, which isn't good. But it's still definitely leading away, followed by Jared, Osfall, Aggie, and Reptile in the top 5. All just trying to find their own positions. Was forming a bit wide under pressure from Laggy person. All just single file, things seem to calm down. But Charlie was around. Not sure if he got collected by anyone, if he clipped anyone. But he's definitely got damage to that front wing. And after that front row start, will line himself back in the last position. Def will lead the first lap. And also getting under pressure from Laggy behind. No DRS yet, that'll be activated next lap. Or maybe not, it's activated this lap. I think that's... Oh, Laggy around the outside of Osfall. Got the inside of the next corner. Side by side. Oh, Osfall was nearly around. Oh, it's Jared's around. What happened to him? Oh, he might just run off the curb. And now Jared goes all the way back to 12th, make that 11th. Has he got damage? He has to have damage, significant damage. And as everyone, I think that timing bug is still a thing. Because Osfall now in 2nd, while Lanky, Reptile, and Rock are already up to 6th position. Burke up into 9th, the Chungus into their 10. Now it's just a train on the top 5 backwards. Definitely got a gap over Osformula. Chunga's got past Spur. Laggy will have the better tyre advantage over Osformula. Those softs will die very quickly. Just see who, that's the wrong one. Just see who made the most positions. Ryan gone up 6, same with the big Chungus. But Jared and Charlie gone way down the field. This Formula goes defensive. I thought he was going to go in the pit lane then. It's now Formula very defensive from the outside. They'll leave the inside open for Laggy. And Laggy will take, so maybe he hasn't taken it yet. Side by side. And Laggy will take the position away from this Formula. DRS enabled this lap. Laggy got that snoopy position. Reptile in 4th, and Ryan all over the back of Zombie. Jared's made it back to the pit lane. The hill dropping further behind. Zombie all following the curbs. Don't want to hit that outside curb too much. And oh, I think just as I say that, yep, press BC. And I think he keeps it off the wall, thankfully. But I think the outside curb has claimed a victim. Zombie, and goes Ryan to the inside. I think Zombie got a bad exit. Ryan gets past, and now Matt's going to look to the inside. Late on the brakes. He'll also take that position away from Zombie. Just leaves him enough room. Zombie fights back. Up the inside. That's tight for my side. Zombie was right out sideways. And this is going to help the big Chungus running behind. But still side by side. And Matt's got him snookered. Definitely do some more faster slaps. Well, it's all calm at the front. Reptile on the back of Oz Formula. It looks to the inside, but not quite close enough. This big Chungus gets past Matt. Zombie, oh, don't go up there! A little defender, a little bit of wheel contact, I should say. Zombie, oh, giving Matt the big hurry up. And the other Ferrari or Pom's trying to have a crack at Berserk right behind them. Oh, Zombie on the inside! Oh, they rub! So Matt and Zombie have history. Zombie goes wide again, and Matt goes around right in front of him. They make contact, and now they both got damage. And Zombie's having a crack at the other Ferrari now. Chaos and carnage. Matt's got damage, but the Zombie have damage. Nice. Front right end plate's missing. The Zombie and Matt's history continues. And Pons will gladly sneak that position by. It's all drama on the opening laps. And Matt's going to have to bring that car back to the pit lane. Oh. Unbelievable. 4 cars already KO'd before we even start the 5th lap. It's all clean, sailing to Death Row though out in front. Now Ryan already on the back of Broken Reptile. He's going to make this one look easy. Up the inside. As Zombie dives into the pits behind, Ryan will take that position away from Reptile. Look at the 9th position now between Fry and Edge. Go back up to the front here. It's Oz Formula, and they have Ryan behind. Something you don't want to see right behind you is a very fast Lucian Ryan making his way up to the front. So Zombie, Charlie, Matt and Jared in the first 4 laps all have their own little stuff-ups. Charlie, I think, spun off the turn 2 curve, I think, rather than the same with Jared. While Matt just took too much inside curve, spun, and Zombie had nowhere to go but straight into him. All kinds of chaos on the opening laps. Now things have seemed to have calmed down now. Got Ryan over the back of Oz Formula. I think it'll be the same again, just DRS into turn 1, right on the back of him. Here's Oz Formula, goes defensive inside. I think you just let him go actually. So Ryan, already 6 laps into the race, and up into a podium spot. And now he's chasing after that laggy person. It's all right behind, we get a bit twitchy. Needs to calm down loud, yellow flag. I think that might be Jared. He was spinning. I think he's hit the curb again. I think he didn't qualify. He'll now drop down the last behind Matt. And here we go, Fry and Edge for 9th for their battling. Fry got a bit loose on exit, he gets a penalty actually, and Edge will take that spot back. So the battle for the minor placings are happening. Oh, Ryan a bit deep there. He manages to pull the car up. Now Broken Reptile going up against the big Chungus 99. And the big Chungus 99 will take P5 away from Reptile. Those softs will be starting to die now. Sure, with the issue for laggy person as well, those softs will be starting to die as well. So yes, I see that all in the chat, everyone going off. Def, 6.5 second lead over Laggy Person, but he'll have a fast Z and Ryan right behind. Still no safety car, we still have all 16 runners in the race. As Holmes, so that's Reptile coming in the pit lane. So he's done enough of those softs. He's going to another set of softs, Reptile. It is. So 2-stop strategy for Reptile there. I'll move Prez into the top 10. And Ryan even closer, striking distance from Laggy Person now. Oh, it rides. Zombie sets the fastest lap of the race. Nos Formula still right in behind these two. So he'll be looking to pounce on Laggy when Ryan gets fast. Ooh, very wide with those corners. And the big Chungus 99 also waiting to pounce on this. Ooh, Laggy locks up a little bit there. I won't be surprised to see if Laggy comes into the pits this lap. Laggy a little bit wide there. Ryan will have the better run, but I don't see him making a pass. Burke gets a penalty. That'll be a thing to not look forward to watch at the end of the race, is who has the most penalties or not. It's Laggy, yep, he'll dive into the pit lane. Those softs are pretty much cooked as he got them all up coming in the pit lane. Pit window now open for a 2-stop strategy. Laggy, looks like another set of soft tyres for Laggy as well. And now Death Bro in the lead and all by himself since the word go. Ryan second, or Formula third. The big Chungus 99 making his way out of the field as well. Same with Burke. Holmes has done pretty alright in 6th position. And we are, this battle between Edge and Fry still continues. Oh! Fry will take that position away from Edge. Edge is not letting him go that easy. PresBC will be waiting to pounce as well on those two. Laggy on front of Reptile as the debut of Amira. Hopefully I'm still pronouncing that right. In the pits for a new set of soft tyres. Yeah, and this still continues between Fry and Edge. Edge looks... I thought he was going to look to the inside of Fry there. That would be a very interesting move. But Fry seems to have Edge snooked this time. I think he just touched the curb there. As there was a spin, I think that might be Jared again. It is. He goes under our camera. Might want to spun off that curb again. So things are going bad to worse for Jared as the big Chungus now gets past Oz Formula, who switches back to the inside. Big Chungus has got him snookered. Not a bad start for Oz Formula here. Still in the top 5. As Edge, ooh, I thought Edge was going to go into the back of Fry then. And PresBC now behind him within DRS, within 1 second I should say. I'm just getting word that Amira is not racing at this moment and been disconnected from the race, so I did not see that. So I apologise for that. Jared gets a 5-second penalty. I'm going to be speeding in the pit lane. I think we're just going to do this quickly. No, we can't do it that way. Oh, PresBC really side race out of the hairpin. As Jared has DNF'd. That's his race over. He tied in the pit lane. And oh, there goes Edge straight on, and around he goes. Oh, he collects PresBC. Oh, and I think the PresBC get damaged. I don't think he did. Edge definitely did. I think PresBC got really lucky there. He clipped him on the side pod. Obviously, he's lost that time to Fry, and now Laggy Person right behind him. If Admisha's going to let him go. We're going to have another KO. So Edgy just touched the curb, tried to correct it, went off track, slid right into the path of Prez. That would have been game over for those two if that happened a little bit earlier. Meanwhile, there's pretty even gaps around the field. It's Prez PC right out sideways. I think those mediums might have had their day. As before all that happened, I was trying to re-invite Admira. And of course it doesn't work this way, so I have to do it this way. Oh, pressing wrong buttons left, right and centre here. I'm trying it, Mia. I'm really trying to invite you back. Oswaldia still, as Prez BC gets a penalty. And Laggy will get past Fry for 7th position, obviously on a different strategy there. Right now, top 6 are still yet to make their stops. Won't be surprised to see Def Oswaldia or Poms in first, as both Mercedes and the big chungers on the hards. Try this again. Hopefully I don't miss anything. There we go. But not much happening right now, it's just all wait for strategy. So we'll just go down. As we see, he was really lucky there with Edge, just to get clipped on the side pod and not the front wheel. Otherwise that would have been game over for both those two. The front Ryan within 5 seconds of death, so those mediums on death really starting to die now. I'll be surprised to see him going on the hards. Or what will Ryan go? Will we stretch these hards, I should say? Try and go get softs to the end, or will we just try and just play it safe and get the mediums to the end? Last result, we'll just see. Again, no, that's gap. But yeah. Ryan and the big chungus up 10 and 12 spots. One of the biggest losers out there being Jared, who retired on lap 7, I think. And Charlie spinning on the first lap from 2nd on the grid. Broken Reptile Egg. He's not far behind from Prez BC, obviously on fresher tyres against Prez CC's dying mediums. Okay, they're both getting on Fry here as well, who has been battling Edge since the word go. Broken Reptile. We have DRS this time on the front straight. I think he'll strike to get past Prez BC this one. But we might get him on the front straight here if he's close enough. We'll just go to the front. As there goes Death Row in the pit lane. So Ryan will take the lead, but obviously we'll have to stop. And I think Oz Formula is also coming in the pit lane as well. Death Row will go onto the hard tyres. And there's Oz Formula in the pits, and I think Poms is in as well. Yes, he is. So Oz Formula also onto the hards. I won't be surprised if Poms is the same. There goes Laggy. And he's not that far behind on Death Row. Obviously, we'll have to do another stop, because those stops will not get him to the end. As I think Reptile and Prez are side by side on the front straight. They are. Into turn 1. They both caught Fry. The Oz Formula watching these two first. And Reptile will take the spot away from Prez BC. And now he's after Fry. On completely dead mediums. Getting a lot in the corner. Oh, Fry a bit sideways on the curve. Prez now waiting the strike. No, it's not what Formula wants to seize right now. 3 cars battling right in front, especially if one spins like what Edge did earlier. Could get collected like Prez BC almost did. Now it's just a waiting game for the front 3 of Burke, Chungus and Ryan. See if they pit and where they'll come out with Def and Laggy. Obviously Laggy will have to stop again. Let's try. When you turn like that, it looks so sketchy and you think, am I going to spin or am I not going to spin? But luckily Fry, as he's waving, might be letting Reptile know he might be coming in. You can do that if they're any closer to your Fry. Time race again out of the last corner. And Fry will pit. Prez BC will follow him with. And I'll give Osborne a bit of breathing now. And now just try and catch Reptile. He will also have to make a second stop as well, being on the softs. There are hards for Fry. There'll be hards for Prez BC as well. They'll be battling Charlie and Edge as well, as they're on the front straight. They are here. Charlie might just get Prez, he will, but will we get Fry? No, he won't. Prez will slide right behind. Edge bringing the pounce. Oh, he's got a better run than Charlie there. He's obviously on the softs. But he will have to stop again. Charlie, oh, missed his brake. Going goes wide, and Edge will take advantage of that. Side by side, and Charlie backs out of it. Could have been disastrous then. 4-way fight for the last point paying spot. Fry just needs that 1 second gap to get away from Edge, and hoping to try and pull away from Charlie and Prez BC. Ryan gets a 3-second time penalty. And Edge! Oh! That's what I said last time ago with Ryan. He didn't want to turn in like that. Because on the back end will go around. Exactly what happened with Edge just then. Luckily Edge doesn't spin or collect anyone this time. It fights it to 3 and Tamira back in the section, I hope. Nothing hitting inside curb. As Zombie's coming into the pits and Prez BC will get past Charlie, and he might get Edge as well. Into turn 1, Charlie's got nowhere to go. Oh, they touch. Oh, who's going to back out? It's going to be Edge. SBC clears them both. 2 and 1. Now Charlie's going to have a crack at Edge into turn 4. And one car. And Edge. Oh, that's Fry! What's happened to Fry? As Edge gets the penalty. Now the battle resumes between Edge and Fry again. What happened to Fry? And he, oh god, you don't want to hit him, Fry. Zombie came and he came with new mediums. What has happened to Fry? Rapid battle between him and Edge resume. Oh, Edge again. Just looks so sketchy. I think those soft eyes aren't giving him any favours as well. Meanwhile, Reptile and Laggy are both in the pit lane for their second and final stops. Laggy on the mediums. Reptile's going to the hard tyres. Now, oh, and Fry's on the inside of Edge. Got the better run, he'll clear him. Where is he going to rejoin? Reptile will rejoin behind Prez BC. Thankfully him in front of the three-way fight for the last point-paying spot. getting reports that Price spun off the curb. So that's why Fry lost those spots, and is now back in 10th position. Charlie nearly getting... I was saying earlier we kept missing braking points. You don't want to miss a braking point when you're behind someone, then you rear end them. It's very sketchy over those curves. But anyway, Ryan, Chungus and Burke still 1, 2, 3. And as I say that, Burke is coming to the pits. He'll go onto the mediums, where he would join Def on the front straight, so it won't be in front of him. He's racing against Oz Formula and Poms. He was racing Poms before Poms pulled in. I think he's going to get in front of Poms. Might get in front of Oz Formula here. No, I think Oz Formula's got him. He has. What about Poms? He's got in front of Poms. But he's on fresh medium, so he will be flying. Let's go back to fight the last points paying spot. Edge is back in again. Can't take those softs to the end. And Zombies is the fastest lap of the race. Obviously on new medium tyres. As now Poms gets a 3-second time penalty. And we also something to look at in the dying moments of the race, the penalties. Just get back up to the front here. Ryan and Chungus pit this lap. Yes, Ryan is in. But what about the big Chungus? Stays out another lap. The big Chungus line trying to stretch his hands, try and take softs to the end. But Ryan in the pits on mediums. And he hasn't. Oh, never mind. That's a little bit of lag there. The Def, he'll get out in front. But now, fast charging Ryan will be on his tail near the end of the race. I think he's gained actually. There's about a 5-second gap, I think, from memory between Def and Ryan before Def pulled in. And it's now about a 4-second gap. So the race is on between Def and Ryan. Let's go back. We got a broken reptile here. I mean, Fry right behind him, who's still in the DRS zone. I've seen things seem to have calmed down again as Charlie back in the pit lane. Really hasn't been his race. He'll go. He's going to go into the softs. I think he's just going to go try and get fastest lap. Burke within a second of Oz Formula. And Oz Formula, it's not been a bad debut from Oz Formula here. He's not made any much mistakes. He's been flying at the front, consistently in the top 10. So another bad debut for Oz Formula. But you have to defend off Burke. If he wants to get 4th or hang on that podium, depending on what the big Chungus does, you actually stayed out for another lap. And while this battle about to begin, Ryan is now in 3 seconds of Def. But obviously Ryan has a penalty, and I don't think Def's got a penalty. There comes Burke on the back of Oz Formula. And Burke gets the fastest lap. But that was a very defensive move from Oz Formula there. I thought Burke was going to run in the back of him. As Burke locks up into turn 1. I'll give Oz Formula a chance on the inside. Oz Formula will have DRS on Burke. Burke goes defensive. I think Burke's got him snookered. Yes, he does. But he locks up. Oz Formula's not done with him yet. Broken Reptile got past Presby C. Have a look at that. There it is. So Burke gets past Oz Formula. As Fry gets a time penalty. And that might be his 2nd time penalty, I think. And then the big Chungus 99 will begin this lap, or will he go for another lap? He's in. That will hand the lead back to Death Row. But Ryan is now within 1 second of him. A battle for the lead. will commence now. He's within DRS. He doesn't have DRS though. And he goes 28.4, fast step of the race. And I was right. Remember to stretch those medium, hards I should say. He's now on the softs. And we'll get in front of Burke. So now can the big Chungus try and call back 8 seconds to Ryan and Def. Obviously Ryan, I think, we'll have a quick check. I think Ryan has a penalty. He has 1 penalty. And Def is 1 warning away from getting a penalty. So if Def gets a penalty, this fight is on. Another hairpin. Looking at the brakes. Looking at the tyres, it's not the brakes. So now, Revs are having a little bit of a moment then. Ryan on the back of Def. Won't make a move here. It'll be a move into turn 1 most likely. As we'll just go back to 8th and... Oh! 9th right there. I was wondering, I saw Reptile and Presbyterian close to each other, and that's why. Having a bit of a nose to tail contest going on out there. Back to the front of the lead. He's actually on board with Reptile. Ryan on the back. He won't make the pass here. Waiting for the DRS. And that is... There we go. That's the runner I wanted. Ryan will have DRS. Def can't do anything about it. Ryan to the inside. Def defensive. They're side by side into turn 1. And Ryan will get the lead of the race. But he does have those 3 seconds of penalties. So he still needs to stretch that gap. And look in the background there, the big Chungus 99. He'll be fast on those softs. Depending if he can stretch those softs. Already 6 seconds behind Def Bro. And if Def gets a penalty, that'll help the big Chungus 99 immensely. Def just needs to stay within a second of Ryan, and I think he'll be good. As we just go, oh, that's Reptile in the pit lane. Surely one of them got damaged, maybe. Him and Press BC were battling quite a bit, and they having a wing change. No, he's not having a wing change actually. He was just in. That's in the mediums. I wonder what happened out there. That moves Prez into 8th and Fry into 9th, so it'll be a good points day for AlphaTauri. In 5th and in 9th. I think Fry is about 2 or 3 penalties, I think. And the big Chungus now 5 seconds from Def. Def just within a second of Ryan. There's Edge gets now a time penalty, and there's yellow flags. I think that might be laggy. It is laggy. And does he have any damage? I don't think he's got damage. No, he's not. So it's just a rotation. He wasn't going to catch bombs. Just the big Chungus now sets the fast step of the race. Just cost laggy time. Battle for the midfield. No, battle for the minor placings going on. The big Chungus. Just checked what that lap was again. 27.9. He is flying right now. So everything car right now, just have a look at the penalties again from everyone. The top 5 cars, I should say. Ryan just have that 1 penalty. Def has 2 warnings. The Chungus 99 is also 1 warning away from a penalty. Burke has a penalty and also 1 warning away from a second penalty. Formula has 3 warnings. I think one of them might have been for a collision. And Palmer's also 1 penalty as well. So Def still could win this race as Max in the pit lane. Def can just hang on into that DRS of Ryan. He's fine, but I don't think he will be this time. So this race between Ryan, Def, and the big Chungus. So it's up, down. Minor placings, Fry defending off Zombie for 9th position. Zombie up on the fresh mediums, I think. He's been on those for actually quite a while. I'll just check actually what lap Zombie pitted. Yeah, it was lap 15 he pitted, so he's been on those mediums for a while. Fry, a bit bit sketchy, I think. Zombie is that lag? Or was that the other horse? It's the other horse of that mirror. You just let the leaders go. So I wanted to go to this Red Bull. Zombie on the back of Fry. He'll have DRS. And he'll get Fry for 9th position. His next target will be Presby C. Laggy, I think just drop back a bit more laggy. So right now has a half a second lead over Def. He needs to gain another half a second to clear that penalty. And obviously if Def gets a penalty, he'll be home safe if he doesn't get another penalty. Big Chungus 99 pushing to catch Def, but if he gets a penalty as well, have to get past, get another 3 seconds over him. It's been relatively quiet for Burke and Poms actually, and Oz Formula. They've only been battling a little bit at the start of the race, and it was calm in the middle. It's Fry. Just want to see how many penalties Fry has. 1, he has 2. And he has a gap over Reptile, so I think Fry can keep that car to the end. We'll get 10th position. And meanwhile, for the lead, Def dropping back from Ryan. And here comes the big Chungus 99. Thank you, Miss 5. Within striking distance to big Chungus. And if he gets Def, he might have a chance to steal this race away from Ryan, I think. This race could be falling to the big Chungus' hands. He just has to get past Def quick as a whistle. Not battling him for too long. And I don't think he got DRS that time, so you have to wait for one more lap. This race is on. Let's have a look. As we see, got Zombie riding behind him. No, he didn't get DRS that time. Zombie could get Prez for P8. And we'll go back up to the big Chungus. He's within a second of Def. And the big Chungus gets a penalty. And that's not what he wanted. Now, has Def got a penalty yet? I don't think he has. Nope, he's still got 2 warnings. So that race win chance of the big Chungus, I mean, it's just gone out the window. But Ryan does have a 3-second gap over Def. So the best of the big Chungus will be P2. Unless another start again, unless Ryan gets another penalty. But now Chungus within striking distance of Def Road. As Zombie gets past Presby C. Right behind him. We have DRS this time. Def goes defensive. Goes right up to the pit wall. That's Ryan. There we go, side by side. And the big Chungus, has he cleared him yet? I keep looking at the wrong car. Yes, he does. The big Chungus into P2. But now, to get another 3 seconds over Def to keep P2. Unless Def gets another penalty. Def gets his first penalty, I should say. So now this race is Ryan's to lose. How many warnings is his away? How many warnings is he away? Getting another penalty? No, he doesn't have a single warning after that penalty. So he just needs to bring that car home and get the win. Def, now he just needs to stay within a second of the big Chungus. I agree with Mitchie there, mince pie, no. Just look down. Zombie, look at what we've done on Prez, so that's the go. But Prez is not letting Zombie go. I don't think he'll be able to strike back unless those minions and zombies completely fall off. And it seems like right now just cool sailing to the end of the race. Def has dropped out of DRS on Warden. Sorry, the Big Chungus 99. I knew I was going to mix up that name at some point. But 3 laps to go. Ryan and the Big Chungus both have 1 penalty. Def has not got a penalty yet. Could still try and get second off Big Chungus. Now it's quiet for 4th, 5th and 6th and 7th. Prez BC still right in behind Zombie. Now these two tangle. Fry gonna be in the big win here. Goes a bit wide on the curve. And Prez grab DRS. Zombie using the overtake. I think that's just what Zombie's just doing. He's just using all the overtake on the straight so Prez BC can't have a chance to attack him. Matt gets by Edge for 13th place. But we haven't had it. Lap 27 as well, so we had no safety cars during this race. So we've got 15 runners. We lost Jared early on after he just retired in the pit lane after having a lot of spins. So relatively, it's been an alright race. Let's have a look at 30. Oh! Edge and Matt just been backing wheels for a little bit. Edge gets a penalty. There's Matt to the inside of Edge. Something right in front of the leaders as well. We have 2 laps to go. And Charlie, the racing point, another penalty. Was he started on the front row of the grid. It's just been a bad day all around for Charlie. Well, actually, no, just for Mitchie. Charlie! Right, back to the lead. Chungus got a 2-second gap over Def. Needs to get another second. I think those softs have had their time. But who knows? Just have one more check to see if Def does have another penalty and if I've missed it. No, he doesn't. Right now, Def will be second unless the Big Chungus can get another second back. Go back to 8 between Zombie and Prez BC here. But it's just looking inside but not close enough. Zealand Ryan will start the final lap of the race. The Big Chungus 3 seconds behind him. Just to gain a half a second over Def to get P2. If not, it'll be P3 for him and Def will be P2. Def seems to have caught a bit of that gap back actually. Just have one more check. If Ryan, no, that's Def. If Ryan has another penalty, does not. The Big Chungus, I think he's still got that 1 penalty. Yes, he does. And Def, no penalties right now. Okay, one last time with Prez BC and Zombie. This might be Prez BC's last chance to have a crack at Zombie. Using the DRS, and he will have DRS over him. There we go. He is gaining, will he be lunge at turn 1? Yes, he will. No, he won't actually. He had a look, but he wasn't close enough. And oh, I think that slide just finished it. Zombie got a better run. So that's P8 for Zombie, but back to the lead. Ryan from 12th position on the grid. Did the hardest to medium strut. And he will win a Bahrain Grand Prix. The Big Chungus, he tried, the soft scramble worked, but that penalty cost him P2. So Def will get P2 and the Chungus will round out the podium. The other Mercedes of Master Berserk, with another one of his classic comeback drives, will come home in 4th position. And Oz Formula on debut for AlphaTauri will end up in P position 5. Yes, I said P position 5. And Palms, he'll be happy with this performance in P6. Now he is leaving the car, celebrates over the line. Now that lane person, after not being able to start as Presby gets a time penalty. After only getting one lap in a qualifying, ending up in 3rd. He'll end up in P7, smashes the wall over the line. Zombie, will he get P8? I think he will. Perez has a penalty. That's 5. Oh, I was just about to say, there's 5 P. Perez. He just got another penalty. But he'll round out the points. Broken Reptile. He'll be 11th, the yellow flag in the last sector. And he'll steal a point away from Fry. Reptile in P10. Charlie in the racing point slides across the line. He'll be 12th. Matt will come home in 13th and Edge. He'll be in 14th. But it's New Zealand Ryan who was the winner on the Bahrain Grand Prix. The Big Chungus 99, the driver of the day, the pink Schumacher. Well, it was a very calm and interesting race there. No safety cars, only one retirement. And New Zealand Ryan, the race winner over I'm Def Pro, the Big Chungus 99, driver of the day from 15th to 3rd, with the fastest lap. Burke 4th, Oz Formula, great debut for him in 5th. Poms, Laggy, Zombie, Presby C, he's returned to league racing, getting 2 points. Reptile stealing that point away from Fry. That last penalty at the last corner cost Fry then. Charlie, for a racing point in 12th position. Yeah, Matt Edge. At Mira, we finished a lap down, not the debut he wanted. And Jared obviously did not finish this race. Well, it's been fun having this one-off com appearance again. Someone will be back next week at the Vietnam Grand Prix. Who that is, I do not know. It could be Fry again, Mitchie could make a return, or another special guest could be in the comment box. But anyway, this has been fun. And peace.